Alright guys, welcome back to another trade recap video. And in today's video, we're going to be going over my first trade of the month. I did unfortunately end up being a loser. But let's kind of get into what happened today and what caused this. So coming into the market, Tradeovate was not working. They were having some internal server error. And ultimately that stopped me from getting in on this first trade that I liked. Right here, where am I? We swept out all these low resistant lows right here and wicked off at this key level right here. Make the yellow to match it. And if you're asking what this key level is, this was just a old New York lunch low. But ultimately, my trade of it wasn't working still, so I couldn't get in on this. And as you can see, it played out pretty dang good. Um, let's go like that, and you would take EQ of it with the standard 10-point stop. You could target a fixed 3R, or you could have targeted this internal high, this high. If you went for this high, it would have hit. But if you targeted this high right here, you see we sweep out this one internal high, this second internal high, but doesn't ultimately reach out these external ones. But my trade of it was not working yet, so I did not get to get entered in on that. Coming to the trade that I did get to enter off of, we had this 4-hour rejection block form. It was based off of this 4-hour fair value gap, and we swept out this 4-hour low, wicked off of it, this 4-hour low, wicked off of it, and we also had a 4-hour SMT going on at the time before it did get, well, obviously it's not valid anymore, but right around here, if we go like this, we can see that, or maybe was it a 1-hour SMT? Yeah, it was actually a 1-hour SMT, sorry. We see right here, um, NQ was sweeping it slow while ES had failed to. So in my eyes, we had 1-hour SMT, 4-hour rejection block, and then a bunch of low resistance liquidity built up above us, as well as these untapped hourly fair value gaps up here. So I thought we were just going to go higher. I didn't think we were going to come any lower. And I thought my level was going to be bottom of the day. But ultimately, as we can see, that was not the case, and I get stopped out pretty much almost instantly. We get tagged in, we draw around for about a minute, and then we get stopped out. And that wraps up the trade I took today. Just one trade. Had Trade of Eight not sold me this morning, I would have gotten off after this first trade and would have been able to call it a day because this first trade would have banned for like 100 points. Like even if we just went like this, and then just targeted this high right here, getting 133 points. But it happens. And the broker was just not working this morning properly, so it made me miss out on that trade. And even though I lost my second trade that I did take, was this 4-hour rejection block, it was still a really good setup, and I was confident in it, so that's why I took it. And that's pretty much the most important thing in trading is just being confident in your model so that when it presents itself, you execute and get in and don't hesitate and overthink it. But more or less, that is going to wrap up this trade recap video. We ended off January super green, but we are starting off February in the red due to the fact that I couldn't trade yesterday or Monday because for whatever reason my entire neighborhood was just had no power both mornings and then came back on during the afternoon. And I'm not really an afternoon session trader. I only trade New York in the morning. But um starting the month off red, we're still green in the year. And that is the most important part of trading, which a lot of people do get kind of psyched out on, is they pay attention to the lower time frame part of trading, not the bigger time frame. And even like on the chart, when you're looking at like the 1 minute compared to the 5 or 1 hour, you're getting lost in that lower time frame chop. So I'm really not worried at all that I lost today because I know I'm going to be green on the month again and green on the year. So that will wrap up this recap video. If you haven't joined already, the Discord is free, and I do written out daily recaps in there every day. If I take a trade, if I don't take a trade that day, there will obviously won't be a recap because I won't have anything to recap on. Um, and yeah, if you guys liked, learned, or enjoyed it, like the video one, comment what you learned or have questions on, and subscribe 'cause that helps me out a lot. Peace.